1, 2. Okay, I think we're waiting for one more person. 1, 2, 3. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm good. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
Okay. Could be worse.
Yeah. Some days are definitely better than others, right? You
How
know,
about you?
pretty much the same, you know, one day at a time as well.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah, some days are definitely better than others, but you
I
know.
look forward to like my yoga, and then I meet Lauren on a Pilates. What is it, Friday?
Nice.
I think it's Friday, the Pilates class.
That's awesome.
Thank God for these classes.
Oh my gosh. Doing Pilates. I haven't done that. I've tried it once. It was really hard.
Yeah, it is hard. So.
Yeah, I guess we'll get started. Everyone can just kind of pop in if they are running late. How are you guys feeling otherwise, physically? Stuff like that? Any back pain? Any things going on? Oh, I think you're muted.
A little back pain in my legs.
Okay.
I guess it's expected right now, so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Myself again.
All right. Cool. So hopefully some more ladies pop in. But let me just make this larger, and we'll start off in a comfortable seat. We're going to do a little bit of a more grounding and breath-oriented practice today, especially as we're getting closer towards maybe our due date and things like that. It'll be nice to kind of really be focusing on the breath. I've been kind of thinking about the breath these days as a little bit of an anchor, and so it really is what grounds us back into the present moment, which I think is really what gets us really ungrounded and scattered feeling, is that kind of all over the place feeling, and it's that entire moment that we start to actually restrict our breathing. And so once we start to really tap back into the breath, it becomes that anchor that we're looking for to kind of slow down the environment. So we'll do alternate nostril breathing and 3-part breath, and that'll both be sitting. So if you definitely need a lift or maybe some support behind, we'll be sitting for probably about 10 minutes. And so always know that you can extend the legs or move them around at any time. And you're also welcome to kind of move up against a wall if you feel like your back is starting to get a little bit tired. I find that for myself, when I sit up on a high lift, almost even kind of like a stool, I would even say, you can do something like that as well, where you're sitting on the stool and your hips are nice and elevated, but you can kind of comfortably have the legs extended out without really having to, be too tight in the hips. Okay. Sorry, looks like we have 2 more ladies that just emailed. So I'm going to try to send them the link quick. I don't know why some people aren't getting it, but sorry, ladies, just give me a couple of moments. Mm-hmm. So these ladies should get the link now. All right. Sorry. Okay. Well, they'll pop in hopefully soon. And so we'll start off in that comfortable seat, closing the eyes. Allow a couple of moments to settle in and make any final adjustments in the body that you might need. Allow yourself to feel the sit bones ground down. Allow yourself to adjust how you need to in order to feel nice and supported. Allow a deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. Beginning to feel the body settle in wherever you are. Allowing yourself those moments to fully arrive. And so a lot of times when it comes to grounding into the practice, grounding into the present moment, it's kind of allowing ourselves to fully arrive. And so if anything has found its way onto the mat from the day, or any concerns or troubles, take the time to allow them to fall away. Fully arriving to the present moment by observing the sit bones firmly grounded. Observing anything that's going on in the legs and just allowing the sensations to be there. Observing the natural rise and fall of the abdomen. Observing the natural rise and fall of the breath. Observing the subtleness of the breath as it is cool through the nostrils as you inhale, and warm as you exhale. Relaxing the face muscles, and feeling the crown of the head lengthen up towards the ceiling. And returning to the breath, observing it moving in and out of the body. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, place one hand over the heart and the other. Taking a moment to tune into the heart. Taking a moment to close the eyes if they have opened along the way or if you just arrived. Taking a moment to tune into the heart and observe how you're feeling in this moment. Maybe throughout the practice, enjoy the way that you're feeling in the present moment. Maybe trying to pull in how you'd like to feel. Whether it's to feel more joy, to feel more peace, to feel more grounded. Whatever it is that you need today, allow your practice to fill that portion of yourself up, filling up your cup. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, allow the arms to rest down towards the knees. If you need to shake the legs out at all, give it a couple moments, maybe move the legs or change the way they're crossed in any way. We'll do a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing. The left hand, the thumb and index finger come to touch, and the back of the hand will rest on the knee. The right hand, the peace sign fingers come towards the center of the palm. We'll be using our thumb and our ring finger to block the nostrils. And so that right hand will come close towards the face to start. Maybe closing the eyes or allowing soft downward gaze. The idea is to keep the awareness close to the body, and the awareness remains on the breath. Inhale through both nostrils and exhale through both. One more time, inhale through both and exhale through both. Blocking the right nostril with the thumb, inhale slowly through the left. Closing left, exhale slowly through the right. Inhale right. Closing right and exhale left. Inhale left. Closing left and exhale right. Inhale right. Closing right and exhale left. Continuing this way for a few rounds, alternating the side that we're inhaling and exhaling out of. Breathing this way not only teaches us how to become more mindful and aware of the breath, but we're also balancing our body with the breath. It provides calmness to the mind. Sometimes we're a little stuffy, and so it could be a little uncomfortable. And so if that's the case, you could always return to your natural breathing. Either way, all of the awareness is on the breath. The quality of the breath, the length of the breath. Allowing a few more cycles. If you've returned to your natural breathing, it's all right, just observing that as well. After the next time the exhalation is in the left nostril, we'll all meet in our natural breath. And taking your time to find your natural breathing, and allowing the eyes to close, observing how you feel. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, drawing the chin towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. You can keep the arms the way they are, or maybe the fingertips walk towards the hips. Kind of lengthening down through the shoulders, stretching more through the triceps, the trapezius muscles. Allow one more breath. On the next inhalation, slowly lift up through the chest and gaze towards the ceiling. Allow 2 long cycles of breath, expanding through the front of the chest, breathing deeply into the lungs. Exhale, slowly drawing back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale up. From here, maybe making some circles with the nose. The circles could be as large or small, or if it doesn't compromise the neck, maybe the gaze moves slightly towards the ceiling. You can decide how big of circles you'd like to go and how slow you'd like to move. Really feel all the muscles of the neck. And then reversing the direction. Around one more cycle. And then slowly coming back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, turn your gaze towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. One more time to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale. Lovely. Bring the gaze back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe butterfly the knees a little bit if the legs are kind of sleepy. We'll do a few rounds of stir the pot. So you'll have your big cauldron with your legs. The hands will have your big spoon. And begin making some large or small circles, stirring your cauldron. Really getting into the hips, moving the pelvis. Exploring the range of motion of the hips. Maybe they're feeling a little bit looser these days, maybe tighter. And then reversing the direction. And then slowing down the motion, coming back to center, reaching for the feet, and you'll give a nice massage to the insides of the feet. Work up the arches, work up the blades of the feet. Really get in there. Walk around on our feet all day long. And so it's good to get into the feet a little bit. In Chinese medicine, they say that you can reach all the organs from the soles of the feet. So it's nice to imagine that. And then when you feel satisfied, maybe move towards the ankles, towards the shins, calves, the thighs. And then as you feel ready, we'll find our way towards tabletop. Taking your time. And once you arrive, the hands will be right underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. On the inhalation, we'll drop the belly gazing forward. On the exhalation, slowly push the floor away, curving the spine. Continuing this way, allowing long, slow, deep breaths. On the exhalation, the movement moves with the length of the exhalation. Same thing on the inhalation, expanding on the breath, expanding on the movement. Allow a few more cycles. Inhaling slowly, moving back to center. As you exhale, gazing over the right shoulder towards the right foot, really stretching the side of the body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. This time, lengthen the right leg out behind, tucking through the toes, just stretching the back of the leg. You can press down and away a little bit with the hands. Wow, one more breath. You could stay here, or maybe sliding that right foot to the outside of the left of the mat, gazing over that left shoulder. Inhaling slowly, coming back towards center, bringing the foot along, lowering the knee. Lengthen the left leg back behind, tucking through the toes, starting here, stretching through the back of the leg. Staying here, maybe sliding that foot to the outside of the right of the mat. Inhaling slowly, coming back to center. Exhale, lower the knee. From here, we'll step one foot forward and then the other. Slowly find a forward fold towards the front of the mat. Bringing the feet pretty wide, wider than you might like, a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and really allow the torso to hang down. You can even bend the knees. Allow the gaze to move towards the back of the mat. Allow the crown of the head to descend down. Maybe swaying side to side, back and forth, whatever feels right. Allow 3 more cycles of breath. On the next inhalation, lengthen through the spine, placing your hands on your shins. And exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. This time, inhale, press into the feet, bring the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Syncing up with the breath, allow a few more cycles, 3 more. On the next inhalation, bring the arms around and up. Clasp everything except the index finger and the thumb. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, leaning over to the right. Maybe not so much so that we're punching forward, but instead allowing some space in the pose to maybe turn the gaze towards the ceiling. Allow 1 more breath. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Exhale, slowly over to the other side. Allow 1 more breath. Inhale, slowly coming up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll incorporate the forward fold into our sun breathing. And so we'll inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, bringing the arms around and down. The fingertips come in contact with the floor or maybe blocks. Inhale to a half lift, placing your hands on your shins. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press the feet into the earth, bring the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, up. Exhale, the arms around and down. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do this twice more. Inhale, up. Exhale, around and down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 last time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll move right into tree pose, switching the weight towards the right foot. Any variation of tree, so maybe we're testing the balance first, coming to the left heel on the inner ankle, finding the balance here. Maybe after you found your grounding, maybe the foot comes to the inner calf, maybe to the inner thigh with a little assistance. So long, slow, deep breaths. Maybe the hands stay at heart center, maybe the arms raise overhead. The shoulders draw down and back, feeling stable and secure in the pose. Allow one more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, the hands will come back towards heart center, drawing the knee forward and lowering the foot. Switching right to the other side, shifting the weight over, grounding down into this foot, and moving through the same variations you tried on the other side. Maybe the arms raise overhead. Grounding down through the sole of the foot, long, slow, deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. The hands come towards heart center. Bringing the knee forward and lowering the foot. Awesome. Shifting the weight towards the front of the mat if you're not already. We'll set up for warrior one. So the left foot will be forward and we'll keep the hips forward, facing parallel to the front of the mat. Inhale, as you exhale, step the right foot back, but not too far that the hips begin to open up towards the side of the mat. We're going to keep the hips facing forward. Keep the left legs forward straight to start. Inhale the arms out in front. As you exhale, bend through the front knee, any amount, and then maybe inhaling the arms up. The blade of the back foot presses down, and that back foot could be at a bit of an angle as well, maybe about a 45-degree angle. The navel draws in and up on the spine. The shoulders draw down back. Breathing, staying in the pose. It's a nice, subtle opening in the front of the chest. Draw the shoulders down the back. Allow one more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the arms down. Awesome. Bringing the hands to the waist, step the right foot forward. Inhale. As you exhale, step the left foot back. Now, same thing, warrior one. Starting with the right foot forward, the right leg straight, both legs straight. That back foot could be on a little bit of an angle if that felt more stable. Inhale the arms out in front. As you exhale, bend through the front knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. It's a very subtle back bend. If you wanted to decrease the back bend, you would kind of tuck in the ribs a little bit, drawing the navel in and up on the spine. Lifting up through the fingertips, the shoulders draw down the back. Nice opening through the front of the chest, strong legs. One more breath. Exhale, slowly lower the arms down to the waist and step the foot forward. Keeping the left foot forward, step the right foot all the way back now for warrior two. Now the hips will face the long end of the mat. Inhale the arms parallel. Exhale, bending through the front knee and breathe. This is an awesome pose because it's a complete pose. You're working every single aspect of the body and the mind. Grounding down through the feet, strengthening the legs. The navel subtly draws in towards the spine. The fingertips lengthen away. Shoulders draw down back. Allow 5 deep cycles of breath. Building strength of the body, strength of the mind. One more cycle. Inhale, lengthen through the legs, parallel the feet, and lower the arms. Well done. Turning the toes towards the back of the mat, warrior two towards the back. Inhale the arms parallel when you're ready. As you exhale, bend through the front knee. Breathing, feel the arms in one line. Feel the strength and resilience of the body. Subtly building strength of the breath and the mind. Allow 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, lengthen through the front leg and lower the arms. Whew. And slowly heel toe the feet in a couple of times, keeping them still fairly wide. We'll move towards a wide leg fold. So inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, hinging forward, reaching for maybe some blocks if you have them, maybe the couch is nearby, or maybe the hands come all the way down to the floor. Either way, be mindful of how the legs feel, how the back feels. You could either allow the navel to draw in towards the spine, or you could even allow the navel to really drop down towards the floor, feeling some relief in the lower back. Allow 2 more complete cycles of breath. And slowly walking the hands back up towards the hips. And as you exhale, coming up with a flat back. Step the feet together and back towards the front. We'll slowly find our way back down towards tabletop. Take your time. And from here, we'll extend that right leg out, allowing the blade of the foot to come down towards the mat. You could stay here if this felt good and you already felt a nice stretch in the back of the hip. Otherwise, you could either keep the left toes tucked or untuck them and slowly shift the weight back towards that heel. At any time, it might feel good to maybe lift up the toes from the floor, or it would feel good to keep them down. See how it goes either way. Any amount is all right, as long as you're feeling a nice stretch along the back of the leg, maybe even the inner groin. Allow 2 more cycles of breath. Inhaling, slowly shifting the weight forward. From here, we'll flow into a few cat and cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, gazing forward. Exhale, push the floor away, curving the spine. Inhaling to gaze forward. Exhale, push the floor away, curving the spine. Twice more, inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, curve. Inhale. As you exhale, stepping that foot back for a neutral spine. Switching right to the other side, lengthening out the left leg. Drawing the blade of the foot down towards the mat. Staying here, or maybe if it felt nice on the other side to stretch more into the leg, this side might feel a lot different. So being mindful, working with the same patience as you did the other side. Allow 2 more breaths. Inhale to slowly shift the weight forward. Inhale to gaze forward. As you exhale, push the floor away, curving the spine. Inhaling to gaze forward. Exhale, push the floor away, curving the spine. A few more times like this, syncing up with the breath. Inhaling, slowly shifting the weight back to center, lowering the knee down. Bring the knees very wide, sinking back to a child's pose. Allowing the forehead to rest down on something, maybe the floor. Taking a few moments here. Child's pose isn't working today, that's perfectly fine. Take a few moments in a seated posture. Allowing a few cycles of breath here, taking a few moments to check back in. From here, we'll move towards pigeon pose. And so for pigeon pose, we'll draw the right knee towards the right wrist. Shin will be on a bit of an angle. As you exhale, you'll walk the left toes towards the back of the mat. Any amount. If you feel that the hips are very tight today, maybe some support underneath the seat, either a couch cushion or a blanket, whatever works. And then maybe untucking the toes of the back foot, staying upright for a couple of moments, maybe even coming onto the fingertips. Maybe closing the eyes, allow the shoulders to draw down the back. Feel the breath move all along the front of the body. Allow 2 more cycles of breath. And if you wanted to recline in the pose, you walk the hands forward, maybe coming down towards the forearms, whatever you feel you need today. And we'll allow about 5 long breaths here to really settle into the pose, to explore any sensations that have been going on in the body. And if anything found its way onto the mat in the day, anything has brought your awareness away from your practice, calling yourself back. Allow 1 more cycle of breath. And gradually walking the hands back, taking your time to shift through tabletop to find your way slowly to the other side. Stepping that right knee back, drawing the left knee forward, and settling into that left hip, propping up on this side as well. Then taking a few moments upright. The back toe could be tucked or it can be untucked, whatever feels best. Taking a few breaths towards the front of the body, expanding through the upper chest. Feel the shoulders draw down the back, the crown of the head lengthens tall. Allow 1 more breath, and then if you recline on the other side, maybe coming down to the forearms here or staying upright, whatever feels best. I say whatever feels best a lot, and I try to remind everybody that you always know what's best for you. And so there's always poses offered, there's always things, options, choices that we can make in life. And at the end of the day, we really know what's best for us. And so when we take the time to slow down and to breathe, we're able to kind of identify those needs that we need met. And so allowing 2 more nurturing breaths here, settling into the body. It's found its way off the mat. And as you feel ready, slowly walking the hands back, grounding them back down. And shifting the weight back towards tabletop. And then shifting the weight towards the shins. We'll do just 1 back bend here before our forward folds. And so I'll give a couple different options. You could sit on the shins, as I am here. If that's not comfortable, maybe tucking the toes is a little bit more comfortable. You could stay here, maybe bringing the hands to the lower back and simply stretching through the front of the chest, applying some pressure to the lower back. Or you could move towards camel pose where you rest the weight on the knees and the toes are tucked. From here, you would place the hands on the lower back and usually go tips of the fingers facing towards the shoulders. But if it's more comfortable to have the fingertips down, then that's okay. Inhale, lift up out of the hips. As you exhale, the shoulders draw down the back and the hips guide forward. Very big stretch for the front of the body, so be mindful. Make sure you're breathing. Allow 2 more cycles of breath. And exhale, slowly shifting the weight back and slowly finding your way back to a seat. We'll lengthen both legs out straight in front. Move right into Baddha Konasana, so we'll bring the soles of the feet back together and the knees will splay apart. The feet could be as close to the pelvis as comfortable. Inhale to a half lift. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward any amount. You can round the spine if that feels nice, or you could even hinge forward and apply some pressure from the elbows to guide the hips open. It just depends on what the body needs today. Allow 3 long cycles of breath. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Keep the left hand towards the right ankle. As you exhale, bring that right arm back behind. Just a gentle twist, keeping it fairly open. Offering some relief to the lower back. Inhale, coming to center. Exhale, placing the right hand to the right ankle, bringing the left hand back. Inhale, coming back to center, lengthen both legs out. Bringing the hands back behind the hips. And flex through the feet or allow them to be soft. Press down through the fingertips, lift up through the chest, just like the beginning of class. This time the legs are wide. Allow 3 cycles of breath, feeling the rib cage expand with the breath. The gaze could be straight ahead or up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, maybe walking the hands slowly forward, any amount, beginning to move towards a wide-legged fold. Allow the breath to be sent to any areas that are tense or tight. Allow the breath to be a continuous anchor back to the here and now. Now 1 more cycle of breath. Inhaling, slowly walking the hands back. Keep the left hand towards the outside of the left knee. The hand could walk as close to the foot as feels right. We'll move towards a deep side stretch. Really grounding down through that right sit bone. And same thing as standing. Instead of hunching over, maybe feel expansive through the top. The gaze moves towards the ceiling. Maybe that even means that that left hand comes closer towards the hip. The fingertips of the right hand lengthen all the way up. Allow 1 more breath. Inhale, slowly bringing both arms up. Exhale, leaning over to the other side. long, slow breaths. The gaze is shifting towards the ceiling. Allow one more cycle. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Reaching underneath the knees and closing, bringing the feet back together. Bringing the hands to rest on the knees. Allow the eyes to close. Pause here for a moment, and the hands could remain where they are if it would feel comfortable to place them on the abdomen and do that as well. Tuning in wherever you need to. Allow the breath to move in and out of the body. And taking a moment to let go of everything up to this point, let go of the day, of the practice. And prepare yourself for deep relaxation. As you feel ready, take your time to find a comfortable Shavasana position. And so if you'd like to lie on your couch, however you kind of get yourself set up nice and cozy, you can do that. And just be mindful as to maybe not lie on your back, maybe lying on the left side, or getting cozy on your couch, whatever works for you. Taking all the time that you need to make sure that you hydrate, make sure that you're comfortable. Essentially everything in our yoga practice, all the movement that we do, it prepares us for this pose. It prepares us for our final relaxation pose. We move the body, get out any tense spots, any spots that we can, so that we can deeply rest and find stillness. And so making sure your pillow's just right, making sure your blanket's just right. Allowing a deep inhalation and deep exhalation to settle into your relaxation pose. Allowing a brief body scan from soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Sending permission to all areas of the body to relax. And allowing everything to slow down. Gradually drawing the awareness back to the inhalations. Allowing those inhalations to draw your awareness back to the body, back to the moon. And at your own pace, take your time, there's no rush. Finding your way towards a comfortable seat. Allowing the eyes to remain closed. Taking a moment to observe how you feel and to observe your thoughts. A lot of times our experiences are based on how we feel about them. And so if we can change the way that we feel about things, then we can probably produce a nicer result. And so essentially our thoughts start first. We have thought, and then we feel that thought to be true, and that's what manifests. And so it's really important, as much as we can, to harness our awareness back to our thoughts and what our inner dialogue is like, so that we can decide if that inner dialogue is benefiting us. Is it making us more stressed, more trapped, or do we feel free and like we can breathe? We can't control what happens around the world, but we can control how we react to it. And so what that means is harnessing our awareness back to our breath and changing the way we think about things. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, bring the hands back towards heart center and allow the chin to fall towards the chest, releasing the ego to the heart. Offering gratitude to the body for its health, for its radiance, for its immense power. The first namaste we'll say silent to ourselves, and the second we'll say out loud to each other. Namaste. Thank you so much, ladies. I feel so far away when the computer's all the way over here. I'm sorry if that some maybe didn't get the link right away. So the easiest way to get the link for the class is to sign up through the website. If you have trouble signing up through the website, just let me know and I can always put you in on my own. So if that's giving you any trouble, so it's usually connected to the email, so it should be fine moving forward. But yeah, just let me know if you don't get the link. I'm so sorry that it got to you last minute. But yeah, I also really want to thank you guys for just kind of still continuing to practice, still getting on the mat and centering yourselves. It's really nice to be able to connect, and I hope you know that if you guys need anything at all, you just shoot me a text at any time, shoot me an email, and I might not get back to it right away, but I will get back to you, and I'm always here thinking about you guys. So thank you so much. Let me know if you ever have any questions. Be well. Feel good. See you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you, Arielle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there a class next week, or how many more do we have of these?
There should be still class next week. Let me check the schedule while we're on the phone, because there should be some classes left. I don't think it ends. Yeah, it's still on the schedule. I think that we're keeping it an ongoing class.
Oh.
So you guys have your packs and everything, and so you can use the classes at your leisure. There's no rush in using them. I know Liz has some yoga nidras and stuff like that. Those are like deep relaxation recordings that are nice to listen to when you like go to sleep and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, but just keep checking the schedule. The class should be on forever now. So.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thanks.
Bye.